Today, Thursday, the 3rd of October 2024, we have some hand-picked match predictions to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in this list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to have early access to all our hand-picked match prediction events, as well as match predictions based on our top 10 and top 15 game prediction picks based on top 1.5 and 2.5 goal match picks, corner kicks event, as well as straight win and other criterias, then you want to make sure that you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan so that you are going to be having access or early access to all our hand-picked daily, as well as our top 10 and top 15 match prediction picks to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video. You can easily click on it, navigate and join to become a member and start to benefit from all of these features. So without wasting time, I'm going to begin with the first event of our today's list. Looking at the first match prediction pick here, we're looking at the Europa, that is Europe Conference League. The first game here, we want to look at the match between Fiorentina against TNS, the new sent. Looking at the recent performance of Fiorentina in the Italy Serie A, you're going to see that the performance have proved that they are very good, especially having played with strong teams in the Serie A like Lazio. They had a win, Empoli, that is Atalanta. But comparing to that of the new sent in the Wales Premier League, you're going to see that their performance also is good. But of course, this is the Wales, and they do concede as much in some events as you can see here. Now, looking at the stand table, this tournament is just starting. This is the first tournament or the first round of this tournament in the Conference League. And looking at this, the placement of these two teams on the table, Fiorentina sits on the 7th position and the New Saints sit right on the 25th position. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular gameplay tournament, of course, this is the first round. And looking at Fiorentina, its performance in the Serie A of Italy have proved that they are very good. Looking at Wales in the Premier League, they are very conceding based on recent events they have played. And this tournament is just starting, which is the Conference League. Of course, Fiorentina want to make sure that it try to lead this game in full time by all means. And we also want to look at the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we still look at Conference League. This time, a match between Molde against Lane. Of course, looking at Lane on the other hand and Molde as the home team. Molde, which is the home team, is actually in the Norway Elite Siren, and the performance based on the recent match they have had have proved that they are very good. 5-3, 1-4, and 6 goals being scored by Molde based on recent event they have played. But in the Northern Ireland Premiership, you're going to see that Nane, which is its opponent, also proved that they are good. But of course, this is actually the Conference League, and Molde being in a very stronger team as compared to Lane in the Ireland Premiership and Molde in the Norway Elite Siren. Of course, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. But first, looking at the classification of these two on the table, you're going to see that Molde is the favorite here, being placed on the 18th position. Lane has been placed on the 31st position. And now, looking at everything in place, want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, this is the first round of this tournament. And since these two are coming to meet, Molde, which is the home team, actually played in the Norway Elite Siren. It is a stronger team more as compared to that of its opponent in the Premiership of Northern Ireland. This time, since these two are coming to meet and it is the first round, of course, Molde must try every means to try to lead this match, as well as the possibility of goal. So we want to look at two major picks here in full time. The first is Molde to try to lead this match, and secondly is the possibility of at least 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Europe, that is Europa League, a match between Rigas against Galatasaray. For this event, of course, looking at Rigas, they are good based on recent event they have had, and they score at least between 1 to 2 and even 4 goals per each event, as you can see based on the rating. Galatasaray, on the other hand, is also very good in terms of goal scoring between 3 to 4 and even 5 goals per each event. Looking at the performance of Rigas at home, they prove that they are very, very good. Gala also at the away team also proved that they are very good in terms of recent events they have had. And this is the second round of this tournament. And looking at the classification of these two, you're going to see that based on form, Gala actually sits on a better place. They have had just one game recently, scoring 3 goals and conceding one. But its opponent, on the other hand, which is Rigas, have conceded up to 4 goals for just one game played. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this particular tournament, both of these two teams are good in terms of goal scoring. And since this is the second round of this tournament, both of these two want to impress. And therefore, since both two sides are good in terms of goal scoring and the conceding power, especially of Rigas, is poor, we want to look at goals possibility here. First, the possibility of 1.5 goal in full time. Secondly, 2.5 goal in full time with the possibility of Gala to lead. But goals possibility is the most best choices to take for this event. Looking at the next, we are looking at Asia in the AFC Champions League 2. Of course, a match between Kaya against Sydney. And looking at this, we want to look at the performance of the home team, Kaya. You can see that they do concede as much as they can based on recent events they have had. They are very conceded, but Sydney, on the other hand, is very, very good in terms of goal scoring based on recent events they have just had. And looking at the comparison of these two in terms of stands, this is the second round of this tournament. You're going to see that Sydney actually have been placed in the first place here and Kaya on the third. And Sydney, which is the home team, you can see that is the home team, Kaya. You can see they have not had any event, but based on form overall, you are going to see that Sydney is very offensive. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, Sydney is very offensive. And based on the recent events Sydney have had, they proved that they are good at scoring. And the home team, based on the own league, it has showed that they are very conceding. And looking at this, of course, we want to look at goals probability since one of the side is very offensive and the other is very conceding. Therefore, we are looking at least 1.5 goal or 2 goals over to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next, we want to look at Germany in the Regional Liga North, a match between TSV Havels playing against Norderstedt. In this event, the home team, which is TSV Havels, proved that they are good in terms of goal scoring based on recent event they have had this recent play. Looking at that of the opponent also on the other hand, they proved to be very conceding. And looking at the home performance of Halve, you're going to see that they are very good, especially when they play at home. Its opponent, on the other hand, concede as much as they can. You can see they are very conceding based on recent event they have had. And this is the 12th round of this tournament. Comparing the form of these two, you're going to see that half, especially the home team, based on the home performance, prove that they are better. You can see they sit on the first position, having played 5 events, up to 12 goals have been scored, or the 5-win record and 5-goal concede. They are very offensive and defensive, but that of the away team, which is its opponent, you're going to see that they are not that very good, especially when they are at the away. You can see they have conceded up to 10 goals for just 5 games played and just 1-win record. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks in this event in full time. For this particular tournament, the home is better and more offensive as compared to the away. And since the defense of the away team is not that good, therefore the home team want to take advantage of the weak defense of the opponent. Therefore, we are looking at the home to lead with just the possibility of 1.5 goal to occur in this match in full time. Looking at the next pick, we are looking still in the Germany, but this time regional Liga Bayern, a match between Hoffen, that is Hankofen, against Wolfsburger Kicker. Looking at the performance of these two, the home team is proven to be very good in terms of goal scoring, even though they do concede as well as much. The opponent also, on the other hand, is also good in terms of goal scoring. And looking at the performance of the home team in terms of home game they have played, they prove to be very offensive, as you can see based on the rating. Its opponent also, on the other hand, based on the way, proved that they are also good. And now comparing the stands in terms of form of these two, you are going to see that the home team, which is that is Hankofen, looking at the home performance, you're going to see that they are good. Looking here for 5 events played, they have 9 goals scored, 7 goal concede. That is good at scoring, and the defense is weak. That of the away also, you're going to see that Wolfsburger Kickers, they are average in terms of goal scoring, and the defense is not also very strong. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks here in full time. For this particular tournament, of course, both of these two sides, the defense is not very strong and the offense is better. And since both sides have good or average offense and the defense is weak, then we want to look at least 2 goals to occur in this match in full time. That is 1.5 goals in full time. Looking at the next, we are looking at Germany Regional Liga Bayern, a match between Augsburg against Bayreuth. For this event, of course, Augsburg, the home team, prove that they are good in terms of recent event they have just had, and they try to score at between 1 to 3 goals. The opponent, on the other hand, is also good in terms of goal scoring. You can see 4-2-1, 4-1 based on recent event they have just had. And looking at the home performance of the home team, you're going to see that the home performance is really good. And comparing to that of Beirut, also they prove to be good as well. And now looking at the stand comparison in terms of form, you're going to see that the home Uzbek, based on the home performance, they prove that based on the game they have played at home, you're going to see that here they are good in terms of scoring and they are also very weak in defense. That is an average goal score rate of above 2, and the conceded rate is also above 2. Looking at the away performance of the away team, you're going to also see that based on the recent gameplay they have had, they are also good at offense and poor in defense. And looking at everything in place, we want to look at two major picks in full time. For this particular tournament, both of the two sides are good in offense, but the defense is very weak. And since both sides want to impress, we want to look at the possibility of goals here since both of the defense is weak and offense is good. Therefore, 1.5 goal is one of our major pick, as well as the possibility of 2 goals over. And to those of you who want to be having early access to all our game prediction picks based on daily game match prediction we shared to all of you, then you want to make sure that you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to start to have early access as possible. That is 1 day ahead of time before the video is made available to all of you. And to those of you also want to have access to membership match prediction only, that is our top 10 and top 15 game match pick predictions, then of course you want to also make sure that you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan so that you're going to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next level. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You can easily click on it, navigate and join and start to benefit from all of these features to take your winning to the next level. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye bye for now.